So here we are, guys, finally getting a bit of paint on this mountain. So I have my grey 50-50 mix, 50% grey, 50% water, and I'm just splashing this over. I'm just covering everything, as you can see. So this is the first. Then I'll come in later with some browns and emphasize, you know, some of these hills here and stuff like that with the browns. First I'll get this grey on and I'll let this dry. Then I'll put the browns on and then I'll do the black wash. So, and let's see if this looks in any way realistic. Let's hope it does. Let's hope for my sake it does, because it's 4 o'clock in the morning and I couldn't sleep. So again, I'm supposed to be relaxing, but come on, I can't. So I snuck downstairs very carefully, very gingerly, and I'm working again at waist level, and I'm only painting with a brush. That can't be too dangerous for me, can it, guys? And you notice I'm talking quietly because I don't want to wake the boss up. So this is how it looks when it's first painted. I probably use all of that paint, half a jar anyway, for this, and that should be enough. Then some browns to highlight some areas. Then the black wash. Don't worry about this area here and this area here. I will paint them, but I have plans for them. My viewing area, my parking area. Okay, so I'm going to pause the camera and I'll come back when this is done. And we'll have a look and see how realistic or unrealistic it's beginning to look. I think it's going to look okay. What do you think? Them rocks there look nice. Okay, guys, so here we are. I'm nearly finished. What have I got? I think I have enough to finish the job. So, well, I think it's looking okay. Don't worry about bits like that there, because that particular area will be getting painted brown anyway. That's one of those possible places where water might be running down from the hill. So I'll be painting some brown and a little bit of white highlight there. So yeah, all going very well. Do you know this hill is very heavy now? Believe it or not, it's very light before I plastered it. And where's my container? Hold on, I will get the plaster. So here's my bucket of gap filler, and there's 8 kilogram bucket. So I've used half of this bucket, okay, and I had already done some on this. So half of this bucket to do this one piece. So that equates to 4 kilograms, at least, maybe 4.5 kilograms in this now. And when you add the weight of the first piece, which is half a kilogram, so it's gone from half a kilogram to 5 kilograms just with the plaster. So bear that in mind, depending on how big the piece you're doing is. Now, no problem for me, it's only 5 kilograms, but some people might be surprised because it's polystyrene, and you know, you can break it easy by dropping it. So you just have to be careful when you're moving it around. You don't want to break anything. So I just thought I'd try that plaster and give you an idea about the weight that the plaster adds to it, you know. The next morning, and I have my brown ready, 50-50 mix again, and I'm going to do the walkway that comes down from down here down here to the viewing area. That's where people have been walking for many, many years. So it's going to go from here. Okay. Okay. Some of the deeper parts of the grey still haven't dried yet. So, but I'm not worried about that. Let it blend. Don't worry about it, let it blend. And then we're up to the top. Now, just the top. Okay. Big hole there. Put a plant there or something. Now, so then we, from here, I'm going to have this. Now the black will sort of hide this, but I'm hoping it'd be sort of, you can still see underneath. So here's one of your water runoffs. Okay. And that runs off down there and drops off onto the track. Okay. Another area here where you get water gathering and running off here. Yeah. I reckon. Yeah, just anywhere. Okay. So I'm happy with them areas. Let's do a little bit here, even though it's not necessary. A bit of water coming here. And down there. And the same here, just a slight bit of water here. Okay. Maybe I'll put a bit here just to keep with the flow of the model. So if anyone's looking from this angle, they'll see that the water actually runs off, even though that's just a cutout of the hill. Yeah. Anything that's not right, I can fix up with later. I can go over it again and grey. That's the great thing about paint. You can go over stuff again. This is a definite area here. Don't forget, this was my viewing area, and I had this piece here coming from here as a definite runoff for water. And you can see how that would flow down there. It would eventually come there. That's a very natural flow. And from here down, we'd get it coming from here, from the top of the hill here down. That's the main place where the water comes from and flows in here. Okay. Now, so judging by the angles, it would flow down here, here, yeah, naturally come to here, and then it would follow this line and drop down here, down towards the track. Okay, so what have we got so far? Okay, now I need to put the phone down and just move this piece a little bit. And this part is all great fun because you're finally seeing your work coming to life, you know. And up there, that's definitely another area where you get some fall gathering in there, and then coming down possibly here and joining this flow. Okay. Now I know these brown lines look ridiculous, but when I put the a bit of that will come down here, I reckon. When I put the black on it, this will barely be seen, but will be seen enough to know that it's different somehow. Here's another one, look, likely candidate from here, definitely water. Let's dab a bit on, see how it runs. Now you can see it running down there. Okay, dab another bit. See it running down? It's going to follow this line down here. Amazing to see, isn't it? How nature works. And it works on your model. Okay, and that water would pool a little bit. It would probably come here and here. Let's dab a bit on, see what happens. Another little bit. Hold on. Let's go. Let's tap a bit on, see where it naturally flows. Straight and onto the corner, probably. Is she going to blow? Is she going to go? Is she? Yeah, let's see. There we go. And down into that area. Okay. We'll leave that, because that area will be covered with something else. So that'll be fine. Okay. Where else have we got? Little bit here. Little bit here down to here. And pooling in there. Okay. And eventually that pool might get deep and a little bit would come here into there. Yeah. Okay. So this area here would just be general gatherings of water. Down from here, a little bit from here. Maybe eventually, not so much there. Little bit, little stream from there to there. You wouldn't get that coming here because you'd run a serious rainfall for that to come over this lump here. You see, that's higher. So we won't put that in there. Leave that as a rock. Okay, here might be internal and coming out a little bit here, and then it would go possibly this way and down and drop onto the track from there. Okay. You might get, in heavy rain, you might get a little bit out of here. Possibly. It's a possibility, isn't it? Yes, indeed. Now, this is a fast-flowing hill, so you probably get not so much one big pool of water, unless you had a bit of a stream inside the hill somewhere, which might come out here and then just run down a little bit. Okay, drop down there and run off, and possibly a bit here. Okay. Now, on here. See here? Come down here, down to the track, and down here. Okay, guys. I think that's enough of these little areas. I'll let that dry for a while. Then I'll hit it with the black mix. And let's see how it looks when we get the black mix onto it. A few little spots I've missed if you look closely, a little bit of grey needed there and there, but the black will cover that. So that's what I've done this morning. So let's leave this for an hour or two, come back to it and then put the black wash on it. And just another little point that's important. When you're painting a mountain like this, right, view it from all sides. Don't just do your painting from here and then say, okay, that's painted. You know, you might be working away and you think you've got everywhere. View it from all sides. When you view from this side, you'll see what you missed, because you will miss stuff. There's so many nooks and crannies. Now, if I come over here and look, I can see little areas, little bit of white there, little bit of white there. But watch this trick. Don't forget the polystyrene is white underneath this. The plaster is white underneath. Right? Turn off your light. Wait till you see all the bits I missed. Now you can see. See the bits I missed? Here, 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 here. So down here, bit here. So you can see all this. If I go up here, have a look here. There's bits I missed here, here, here. You see? So do that. See, you can't see them. Okay, bring it into a room that's not so bright. Use the light. Turn off the light. There's all the bits you missed. You see? The phone takes a few seconds to adapt. Okay. So I just have my grey here. And I'm just going to touch touch in all them bits I missed. And you notice there's quite a few. Look here. There, there. Up here, some bits I missed. Here. Look at this. See? Really notice this one. Get him covered in. This piece here needs a touch in this hole here. I know there's somebody watching going, on your left, Harry. No, you've missed it again. It's okay. The black wash will hide a lot. But let's get it as good as we can before we do the black wash. Now, let's turn on this light again. Let the phone adjust. Turn off the light. Okay. There's a piece I can see there with my own eye. Give this another little bit there. Okay, so there was a piece up here I missed. Again, let's try that light trick. Okay. I can see it there myself, but watch with the light off. There we are there, look. So I can definitely cover it in that bit. It's quite obvious. But completely, see in there, look, in them nooks, missed all that. See, and you look from the back side here, and there's bits you missed. And this bit here, look. Right, that's not very noticeable, but as the modeler, if you know it's there, you'll find that very annoying. It'll be one of those things that just, you know it's there, you want to do it. You don't want to leave it unfinished. Let's give this a little, get it right down to the wall. You see? So that's just a little trick. And I noticed that myself. when I turned off the light. I had the camera and I turned off the light, and then all of a sudden I was like, oh, I noticed there was lots of little bits that I missed. So okay, something you can remember, because the white will definitely show up as the camera adjusts. Well, now here we go with the black wash. So I have my wash. It's about 6-1. Hold on a second, guys. Just put you down here. I need 2 hands to open this jar. Okay. So I have my black wash. Using a different brush, a little bit softer than the others. And I'm just throw this on, let it run around. As you can see, it's not even colouring the brush. It's very, very light wash. Okay. And just bung this on. Bung this on and let it flow through. Maybe that's not black enough. No, I'm not getting what I want with that. Right, I'm going to put a bit more black into this. Hold on, guys. So I added a bit more black. I tried it, and if you can see, that was too black there. So now I've watered it down another bit, and I think that's about what I want. Now this problem here with this being too black, I'm just going to wash it out with some extra water. And hopefully it'll work out. You can see it's already sort of washed it away. Okay. So I'm just a little bit on this, and just, yeah, that's looking a little bit better now. Not quite as black and not quite as light. So I think I just have the consistency right. So yeah, it's about a 6-1 mix I'm using, 6-1, 7-1, something like that. I suppose the best way to do would be try it out first on a piece that is not too visible, you know, and make sure you're happy with it before you. That was my mistake. I shouldn't have dabbed it on straight into that particular area. Maybe I should have tested in an area not too noticeable, which is really what you should always do. Same when people decorating houses and mixing paint or something. Test them somewhere on a small piece separate from the main job or something like that. Now, so I'm just wiping this in. This is looking a bit better now. You can see the consistency of that when I put it on. So it's only sort of putting a sprinkle, you know, making it look like rock. So very happy with this mix now. You know, this is much better. The first one was too wet. Second one too dark. So experiment before you paint the whole thing. Now you can see that piece there, maybe not great, but I'll let that dry. I run over it again. Anyway, I'm going to press on with this. You don't want to be watching me doing this, it'll drive you crazy. I'm going to press on with this and come back to you in a while. It's fascinating. I love to put a big dollop and just look how it follows, you know, and look how the natural flow is. Let's put a bit there and see it running down. Look at that, you know. And then you know if you got your flows right, where you put your brown paint, look at that flowing down through there, you know. And then sometimes it doesn't go the way you want it to. Maybe when it gets to here, it might go this way and not that way. Let's see. Let's add a drop. Let's have some fun. Okay. Now, it went the way I expected it to. On this one. Don't mind me, I'm just playing. I'm just messing about. Let's get some more on this and see where this goes. Yeah, of course it follows the planned route. There we go. It's great fun. So anyway, I've halfway done. Going very well. Not as dark as the other. Not as dark as the other cliffs and mountains, whatever you want to call them, hills. It's an imaginary mountain. You have to imagine it disappears and gets very high later. So not as dark as my other one. I could go back like this and just give it another brushing, you know. Maybe I will do. Maybe I very quickly just sort of go over it like this. We'll see. Well, I'll continue on with this wash at the moment and see how it goes. Well, I've just finished. And that's it. A little dry out mat. We have our walkway. You can see the browns coming through, which is great. That's what I wanted. So when this dries off, a bit of dry brushing of browns in certain places. And then I'll do some white dry brushing over the whole hill. And then maybe we'll stick a few trees in here and there. I got these, you've probably seen these, and you know, I got these trees, which are actually quite realistic looking. And they had a piece of stuff around the bottom, and they had Christmas decorations in them. They were in the shops here at Christmas time, and they were like €2 per tree. And I just thought maybe a couple of them up the top of the hill, maybe at the far end, maybe, you know. So yeah, Christmas time is always a great time to go to your local shop and get stuff like this. You know, it's always a good time. Same with those trees. Same, I got all those Christmas time. So yeah. Not sure if that'll look out of place, if it's too big. I don't know. I think it's okay if I put it up the top, maybe. You know, beside where the car parking area is. Obviously, I'll cut this off. This would be interesting for some sort of a base for maybe a winner's podium base or something. I have a few of these from each tree. I have about 5 of these. Okay, guys, I'll come back to you when I start doing a bit of dry brushing. Just thought I'd show you the mess when you're like you're building scenery. Some people go, you know, why not run cars on the track? Well, there's a mountain here. Work materials here. Tripods. Oh. Buckets of stuff. I'm working on this part. I'm working on this part. I'm working on this part. So we're sort of a production line going again, but they're all at this level to my waist. So just to my stomach, so I'm not bending, which is good. Okay, that is definitely enough for today. I've done a few hours, good few hours today, and I don't want to push my luck. So there we are. That's what we've done today. A lot of stuff. That's why I ain't running cars. Okay, guys. Thanks for watching. And yeah, is this the end of the post? What do you think? Maybe. No, it won't be. Do you know what? I'm gonna put on the final bits of painting on this. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll put that, and that'll be the end of this post. Okay. Back in a second. So guys, I've stuck this in the corner. I didn't go over it with any more brown. I was happy enough. The brown came through very nicely when the black dried, when the black wash dried. So I did do a little bit of a dry brush. Basically, for dry brushing, you get a little bit of white. Okay, what I do is a tiny bit of white paint. I dip the brush in a tiny bit. I wipe it on paper. Make sure there's almost nothing on it. Put it all over the paper, right? Very dry paint, very little. And then you just come along and you just sort of very lightly. You know, you're not going like this. You're not painting. You're just very lightly going across it. And then it sort of the white catches in some places, and it just brings up the whole thing. You know, what I'm doing now is I'm trying to add a bit of interest. So I have my drill here. I'm going to drill a hole in this corner here. I'm just going to put this tree here. You know, just to. This corner looks. Now I'm going to paint this, of course. You know, but at the moment I just want to drill a hole, put this tree in here, and see how this tree looks. And we have another corner here that's a little bit, I don't know, I'm wondering if I put a tree there or not. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not sure. I'll have to try it. Could be a tree there on the corner, possibly. Or maybe I'll wait and get a smaller tree. I'm on two minds whether to put a tree, actually, you know, anywhere on the actual mountain. Because there wouldn't really be trees here, you know. It'd be bit of brush and a bits of grass and whatever, but I don't know. That looks well there, actually. You know. Anyway, hold on. That's how easy it is to try. Let's see. What do you think of that tree there? I think that looks okay. That's how easy it is to put these trees in. Okay, so let's imagine a wee bird done its business on the mountain, and there was a seed in it many years ago. And a tree happened to grow. Somehow it came to life. Do you know what? I'm going to leave that there. That was a touch of inspiration. I just thought, yeah, okay, you've been with me here with that, guys. I can't take it out now. I'll leave that one in there. I'll get another one. Here's another one of these trees. They had a bit of Christmas decorations and stuff on them. You know, on the bases. So I'm just going to cut this base. I'm going to put this one here. I think that'd be interesting. Okay, let's go. Okay, I'm just going to show you guys how I do my dry brushing. Because I never showed you that piece when I finished my mountain over there. Okay, so I'm just going to show you a quick dry brushing. Maybe it won't go right, so this is what I do, right? I have a little tiny bit of white paint, right? That's way too much. Don't need that much. Tiny bit. Put it on your paper, okay? And almost completely take it off the brush, right? Try it out on a piece of track that nobody can see, all right? And then when you know you're happy with it, come up here and just lightly dust it along, right? Just very lightly. You don't want to paint, you just want to bring the highlights out a little bit. Just highlight certain areas. Now if you look here, it's hard to see, but if you look here, say for example, all along here, okay? You can go close, you can see the white there, yeah? And then you come down here, where there's no white. So that's what it is, dry brushing. Thank you, Tara, for reminding me to do that when I was not happy with my finish. And again, start in a place where you can't really see it if it goes wrong. And then, see, that's too much there, look. And if I do too much, I wet my finger, throw my finger over, and just wipe it. And it'll be all right. So, bits of dust flying around the place. So, you can just see it going on here. I'm just highlighting all those little areas. I can go over that there, that'll be all right. Yeah. So, and the thing is, if you do go wrong, and I'm glad I went wrong here. If you do go wrong, maybe dab it off with a cloth, or see, now if you push too hard, it'll pull the paint off. That's gone back to the base coat now. So you come back later with a tiny little bit of black, right? I'll do that now. Hold on, I'll skip that. Just bear with me there for a minute, because this is the end of the post. I've done a lot of work today. This is the first day my back has been good, so I've done about 5 or 6 hours work on the track. So you get your black, okay? Let me give that a little shake. Get your black. Right, Harvey's awkward fingers. Get your black. Give it a little mix up. Get your camera, put it here. Hope it doesn't fall. Okay, and find it anywhere and do the same thing. Put the brush in the black. Don't forget, this is a mix, right? 6-to-1 or whatever, something about that. And that's, see, that's because the brush had a bit of white on it, but that's okay. I'm not bothered about that. Now dab it on. Dab it on. When that dries out, it'll hide anywhere that you didn't want to be too white. There we are. That'll go off nicely. And that's them areas highlighted. Now I know this rock looks a little bit weird. I didn't know what way to do this and didn't know whether to, whether to cut it down this way or what to do. So I left it like that. My grass will come up a little bit to about here. And that's okay, I have this one done. This piece done here. I've done this as well today. I finished my mountain, except for I have to put in my viewing area and a few other things I want to do. To clean up the track. I have to finish this piece. I'm cutting this piece back here. I'm raising this piece up a little bit, and then I'm having the grass against it, because that just looks terrible like that. It just looks completely unrealistic. So that's one piece I'm definitely not happy with. So that'll be another job to do. But I think a lot of this is done. As regarding, like today, I got this finished. I got this piece finished. I started plastering this piece here. I got this piece finished. I'm sure some of you guys noticed I wasn't sure what to do along this wall. And then I realized, hey, just use where's my roll of tape? Where did I put it? Just use my roll of tape that I bought in the hardware store. And just continue along the wall. That looks a bit better, doesn't it, than just having a bare wall. And I have done the same. Sorry, I won't run you too quickly. Try and do it a bit slowly. I've this piece of wall here, just put some tape on this piece of wall as well, just to sort of continue the barrier around. So it's looking good. I'm quite happy with it.